we go. Capture the little knuckles. If we were doing like, you know, the highlights straight, like from a light source directly above, you wouldn't hit these knuckles underneath, as you know. And obviously, it's the underside of his hand, so, but I just like the way it looks. And so here, let's go in for a quick look here. Let's go like so. Yeah. So you can see his hand, and see, oh, you can even see his face now. See all that strange texturing on his face? It's kind of hard to catch. See the other side of his face? It don't look too bad. But the other side here, oof, it's like Two-Face. And so I see his hand, he's got a little bit of highlights, his knuckles are highlighted. See, I'm not going crazy on this model, I'm just, you know, trying to get him to a nice tabletop standard. Yeah. I mean, really, the parts on this guy that stand out are really his big cloak, his hat, and his gun. Those are the first element. And then his handkerchief here around his neck is going to be a brighter red. And really, that's going to be the only color on him, other than the blue tint to his gun. But that's going to get brought up a little bit brighter once more silver gets added in. And so we go to his face. And so for these highlights, I'm just going to add them right on the bottom of his chin, the tip of his nose, maybe above his lip, if I think that's his lip. If it's crazy scar tissue, I don't know. The model, it's really kind of hard to see, because again, I didn't shade with deep enough color, and so it's kind of my fault, but oh well. I'm a big boy, I can live with it. Yeah, there we go. So that's, yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, it looks like he's got some crazy texturing on his face. I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what it is, but not sure why I'm whispering either. But anyway. You know what? Just for fun too, I think I am gonna hit it with a darker wash again too, just to get into his eye sockets and get a bit more contrast out of his face. So I'm just not completely happy with that face of his. I'm not completely happy with his face. So we will use some Delin mud. And for that, we're just going to use a trusty rusty detail brush, small enough to get into some of the crevasses, one of those two, crevasse, tomato. Yeah, that's better. Oh yeah. Get some of his mouth, some of his eye, get some more in the neck area. This wash stuff is really fun. I've been painting a long time, and these washes are just so much fun. They don't replace the need to actually know how to paint, but just for little things, they make life a lot simpler. You know, a lot of people just, you know, will ink a model and be done with it, but no, I couldn't do that. Got to be a little higher standard than that. But that's probably why my army is sitting on the shelf, mostly unpainted. Because I want to have so much ready. So, we'll let that dry. We'll let that sit there for a moment while I take a sip of water because I'm dry. And so, I'm done looking at him for now. Yeah. This model, for Dave's collection, this model was a big pain. This was a fine cast, and it had lots of little air bubbles and stuff in it. The bottom of his little cloth here, or whatever, this tabard running down, had a big old air bubble in it. Big miscast up on the shoulder pad. Oh yeah. In these parts here, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but when the two halves of the mold seem to go like a kimbo kind of thing, you know, they just kind of offset. So you're left with this really deep ridge of where, you know, the two halves of the molds were. Oh, I hate when that happens on the model. Just annoys me. But all in all, not bad. The nice thing is it's nice and light. So, started this guy. Just for a splash of color and just to kind of help get me motivated to keep working on this guy, let's do his shoulder pad. And so again, anybody out there watching these and who's actually made it this far into the video, if you have any questions or comments, you know, hobby related, feel free to ask about projects in the past, even for you vault members, you know, anything you've seen in the vault, always feel free to ask. Leave comments, even ideas of what you thought maybe would have improved a video series, as feedback is, positive feedback I should say, is always a good thing, and constructive criticism is always a good thing. I say constructive criticism. Just saying you flat out suck isn't really constructive, unless you're saying you suck because, then that's somewhat constructive, although somewhat insulting. But anyway, so I'm pretty sure it's Blood Angels, right? I'm painting it red, but yeah, this is for his Blood Angels. just to mess with him, I should paint it a different chapter color, right? Here's Dave's wonderful Blood Angel army with his Ultramarine Chaplain. No, because then he'd probably just ask me to repaint it, and then me being a big sucker that I am, I'd say, oh, okay, no problem. Who knows if he's even watching? Kris is just rambling on about who knows what. He's gonna try and mess up my models. And so, we'll let that dry and get that ready to put a nice big old Blood Angel symbol on it. And I think I'll leave it at this point. I'll bid everybody a good day. Happy wargaming. Thanks for watching. And see you in the next vlog of whatever I'm happen to be working on. Hopefully next time I'll get to work on her. I want to do a really good paint job on her. So actually, she might even get started even before I record it or whatever. And if you have any questions or comments, you know, obviously leave them below. If you have any suggestions, constructive criticism, anything of that sort, feel free to leave it below. Thanks for watching. See you all next time.